Hi everyone, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel once again. This is me, your girl C Concept. I'm glad to have you back into this tutorial. Thank you for tuning in wherever you are, all over the world. Thank you so much. And if you are new here, maybe you saw this channel on your way passing by, this is C Concept. And I want to say thank you for tuning in as well. But kindly do me a massive favor by pressing the red subscribe button down below. And don't forget to turn on your notification bell for new videos. Okay, before we proceed into today's tutorial, I want to render my sincere apology regarding my previous video I uploaded titled how to draft shoulder dart bustier. I'm really sorry. It was an error of omission, and I apologize for the distraction as well. Thank you for your understanding. In today's video, I will be compensating you guys for that, okay? But promise me you will watch to the end, otherwise you will lose your compensation. Yeah, watch to the end and get your compensation, okay? Thank you so much. So the material we'll be working with in today's tutorial are this beautiful set of fabric. This is it. This African print altogether here is 6 years, and this is satin material to complement it as well, and this is the lining. So this tutorial is going to be in 2 parts. Today's one will be the part 1 or part A of it, as it is going to have a half cut at the upper part. So I'll be making the half cuts, okay, in today's tutorial. Right. So the next one will be on Thursday. I upload twice a week, Tuesday and Thursday. In order not to make this video too boring for us, I've transferred everything I did on the previous video. If you haven't watched it, the link is in the description box. Kindly click on it and it will take you there right away. So I've transferred everything in here, but the only difference are the neckline and the body measurement, because this is for a client. Without ado, let's move on. But before we move on, if you're wondering how I made this a beautiful, comfortable dress of mine, okay, the link is in the description box as well. Click on it and it will take you there right away. Thank you so much. Let's go on to the working table. Right. First and foremost, the basic measurements needed for this tutorial are the shoulder line, which is 15 inches, the bust line, which is 11.5, the bust circumference 43, the under bust, the waistline, the sleeve length, and the round sleeve. So those are the basic measurements, okay? While on the pattern paper, like I said, everything I have on the previous video, I've transferred everything here, and I've placed my pattern paper on fold, as you can see here, okay? So the whole length of this half cut is 17 inches. This is it, 17 inches. Then I added 1 inch to it, making it 18 inches, okay, from the shoulder line. According to the neckline, the neck depth is 7 inches, okay, and the neck width is 4.5. Exactly what I have on the previous video as well, 4.5, okay. So the neck depth here is 2 inches. For the back, 2 inches, while the neck width 4.5. Next thing is to place the fabric on fold and then cut it out. Right, after cutting the front piece and the back piece, this is how it's going to look. This is the front piece with the sides panel, and that's the middle panel of the front piece, while the one on the other side is the back piece. For this tutorial, I'll be giving the front piece alone double lining, and for the double lining I'll be cutting out main fabric to cover it up as a lining, okay? This is what I mean. This will serve as the first lining, so I will pad on this first lining. So after that, I will attach the pieces together. After attaching it together, I will now use the main lining, which is the main fabric I cut out, to cover it up, okay? I will join the same way I join the main piece, then use it as the second lining to cover it up. It's just for the front piece alone, but for the back piece, it will remain like that. I will just add interfacing to the main fabric like this, and then cover it up with the black lining. Okay, so let's go ahead now and pad it up. But also remember that if you are using double lining, you stitch it around the edge first. This is what I mean, like what I have here. I've stitched it down, so I will pad on this. I will pad on this while I will use the main fabric I cut out as lining to turn it up, or to cover it up. This is the look of the front piece after padding it. So I'll go ahead now and take the panels together, right side facing each other like so, and you match it with the notch points. I mean the panels, both panels. Okay, I will take it and place it on the center panel like this. Then make sure the notches are aligned together. Remember, we notch it, always notch all the parts, the chest line, the bust line, the under bust. So you place it, match together, bust line to bust line, chest line to chest line. With this, you'll be able to have a perfect bustier. Okay, curvy parts, you make sure they are both equal as well. The down part, make sure they are equal. Look at it, they are equal. This curvy part, you hold it together. So this is how it's going to look now. Can you see there's an opening here? Okay, don't panic. Okay, one thing about fashion is finishing. So what you are going to do, from the down part, you take your stitch, half an inch, you run it, then you move back a bit from this part, opening part, like 1/4, you back stitch, then you take it close to the wadding, you take it up, okay, until you get to the shoulder line. Okay, half an inch, you stop. Same thing on this side. So same way we join this main fabric, same way we are going to join the double lining we are going to use. Okay, as you can see now, I've stitched up one side, so I will take the other panels of it and then stitch it up as well. Then when I'm done, I will place it right side facing each other like this. Make sure the neckline aligns together. So you give it, it's either you give it 1/4 or half an inch, but me, I'll be giving it 1/4. Okay, when I'm done, I'll set it aside and take the back piece. Right, for the back piece now, I will take my lining and place it on the right side of the blouse like this, and match it properly. Make sure the both align together, especially on the zip line, on the zipper parts, shoulder to shoulder, the notch area, the side seam. Then when I'm done, I will take it half inch, then I will run it half inch for the neckline. After that, I will notch it, then open it up, top stitch. Why that? This will allow the neckline to lay properly. Okay, then when I'm done doing all that, I will turn it to the wrong side of the blouse like this, then place it properly and take my darts. So for the dart, I will measure out whatever I measure when we were cutting it. So for the chest line, remember I went down by half an inch, same thing. So I will come down by half an inch, then root a line to this notch area for the darts. Okay, then on both sides of the line, I will mark half an inch, then take it and stitch it up with half an inch slightly to these upper parts. Okay, then when I'm done, I will take the front piece and join it together to the back piece, shoulder to shoulder. So guys, I've coupled the pieces together. This is the back piece, the neckline, and this is the inside, the zipper allowance, and for the front piece, this is how it's looking now. This is it. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful. The neckline. Remember I said I'll be giving it double lining, and this is it. So it looks as if it's going to be reversible, but it's not. So this is how I want the inside to look. Remember, there's a place here, in case you are finding it difficult as well, I said don't panic. You know, one thing about sewing is finishing, okay? If you can finish up your work properly, you'll get the accurate results, okay? After stitching it now, what I will do here, I will just take my scissors and you know, trim it and balance it up. So that is it. I will repeat same on the other side. I will just rhyme it together. That is it. The next thing to do now is I will align both the front and the back piece together now. Then I will join it shoulder to shoulder. You can as well join it directly like this. You place it and join it, but I will not be doing that because it won't bring out the neatness of the project. So I will turn it lining to lining like this. Let me show you it again. This is it. So I will take the lining and then align it together, then run my stitch half an inch. I will take it from this part half an inch to this part. Same thing on the other side. So I'll go and do that right away. Then after that, we'll take the body measurements, then we'll cut the sleeve. One more thing before I join it shoulder to shoulder. This is the inside. Okay, so when you are done stitching it, you notch it like this. As you can see, notch it. You take it like this, then give it a notch. This will make the seam line to lay very well. Open it up like this and give it a good press like this. Same thing on this side as well. This is the lining. So same thing on the lining as well. And when you are done, you give it a good press. You press it to calm it down. So this is it after ironing it. Don't forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up, press that icon that has a thumb up to encourage me, guys, okay? And if you have not joined this family, kindly press the red subscribe button down below to do so, okay? Thank you so much. So I'll go ahead now and join in shoulder to shoulder as I've showed you earlier on, okay? Join in shoulder to shoulder now. This is the look. This is the inside. You see there's no traces of joining here, so everything tucked in. So remember I told you I will be compensating you guys for the error of omission and distraction I caused on my previous video. So this is where the compensation is going to come in. I will implore you to sit back, take your drink and relax, okay? So after joining it shoulder to shoulder now, the next thing is to get it prepared for body shape, okay? And you can't just, you know, couple it like that, front and back, no. Otherwise, you will have some bulges around the armhole and all that, okay? So all we have to do here is we'll place it like this. You place the front on the back, okay, wrong side facing each other as you can see here. Then I will take my measuring tape. The first thing, you check your shoulder line, okay? You check it if they are intact. But in most cases, the shoulder line is always wider than what you measured at the initial stage. If I'm right, let me know in the comment section below. So here, In order to correct that, because as you can see here, my shoulder line is now 17 and a half. And before we started, when we took the measurement, the shoulder line was 16 inches, including allowance. So to correct it now, all we have to do is you take the back measurements. The back is always the guide in this type of a case, okay? So you take the back, you place half of your shoulder line here. You place it, half of my shoulder line is 8 inches. So I'll place it in the middle like this, okay? And I will take it to the other side of the shoulder line, and I will mark where it stops. As you can see, I've marked it out. So that's where it stops. And I will repeat same on this side, 16. You see now, that's where it stops. So I will go to the chest line. My chest line was 7, and this is it, because I've joined it together. So I don't want to be putting chalk on the dress. So I'll place it where the V-neck is here, is my own chest line. Always measure yours very well. So from there, I will take the half of the shoulder line again. As you can see, 8 inches. I've marked it. So I will repeat same on this side, 8 inches. I will mark it, as you can see also. Then after that, you will now take your chalk. You now curve it. You curve out the armhole again, because obviously everything has moved, okay? So you curve it. When you stop on the 8, you rule a line like L shape. You rule it on the other side as well. So from the angle of the L shape, you go in by 1.5 like this. Then you curve it down. You curve it to the one we measured at the upper shoulder. Same thing on the other side. So let me just focus on one side. So when you are done, don't be scared. You take it, you pin it down. Make sure everything is well pinned, okay? Center to center, okay? You pin everything down, center to center. So when you are done, you take your scissors, you shape it out. Don't panic. It will come out good. Sometimes the shoulder line will fall in place and everything will remain as it was, okay? But in some cases, majorly in most cases, it happens like this. So when that happens, the issue of front armhole and back armhole, my dear, I don't use it here. I can't lie to you, and it come out good. I don't know, that is my own method though, okay? Don't go and be giving me thumb down, oh, please. But that's my own method. You know, in sewing, we have different methods. But only one thing is the end result. So I'll shape it out. So with this, everything will fall into place and you'll be able to have your good costume. You see now, I'm just chopping off everything. Oh, so for the down part, you see the back as well. The back is now shorter than the front because of the zipper bulge I remove. So if I place the measurement now, this is it. (17 inches, 17.5). Now exactly what we measured, 17.5. So that half an inch will be for joining, okay? After joining it, you have your half length back, which is 17 inches. So I'll use this back to control the front piece. Okay, so I think I've been able to compensate you guys now, right? So let's proceed. Don't forget to give this video thumbs up, give it this icon, give it, okay? And if you have not subscribed, kindly do so by pressing the red subscribe button down below. So I'll go ahead now, complete the rest. I will measure the body. I think in my previous video I've done that like 1 or 2 times, okay? So same method. The only tricky part for beginner is the bust, okay? And it's not tricky. To me, it's not tricky. All you have to do, if you are measuring your bust, you take it, make sure the bustier is standing up like this, okay? Because we are assuming there's a bust there. So you take it, okay? You mark out the center, you take it, and if you are taking the vertical line, you take it and make sure the bust is standing up like this. So you take your measurement from the shoulder line and you place it, okay? Don't squeeze it down like this. You squeeze it, you get wrong measurement. You stand it up and you put it. So I'll go ahead now and complete the rest. I will take the body measurements and we'll come back for this. I've joined it together, both the front piece and the back piece together, and this is the look. Side, the waist, the bust. For the sleeve, I'll go ahead and take the armhole circumference, okay? So while doing that, I will just place my measurement and take half of it. So altogether here I have 10, and I left 1.5 inches for side seam allowance. So 1.5 plus 10 making 11.5. Okay, remember I took only one part, so times 2, round about it will be 23 inches. Sleeve we are giving to this dress is puff sleeve, okay, round puff. Because as you can see on your screen, the sleeve there is different from what I'm cutting, okay? So don't get confused. The sleeve here is going to be under the puff sleeve, okay? Because I won't be adding elastic to it or band, okay? So it's going to be round puff only. So let's proceed now and cut out the puff. So for the puff sleeve now, I will mark out the length of my sleeve. Exactly what I have on the basic. So it was 10 inches plus 1 inch making 11 inches. Okay, so on this upper part here I'll be adding some puff to it as well. So I'll mark out 2 inches first for this upper part. From where the 2 inches stop, I'll go down by 11 inches for the length of the sleeve, including the allowance, 11 inches. From where the 2 inches stop, I'll go down by 11 inches. So the bicep of this sleeve is 4 inches plus half an inch to join it, making 4.5. Ignore this line, please. Ignore the line in the middle. So 4.5 here. And for the round sleeve is 14 inches. But I'll multiply it by 2 to give me that puffy effect. So 14 multiplied by 2, that will be 28. Then I'll be adding 5 inches to it because she doesn't want it too puffy. Okay, that will be 29. So 14 plus 5, that will be 19. Right, 19, yeah, plus 1.5 inches, making 20.5. Okay, which stops here. So on the bicep, I will look for the midpoint. 20.5, that will be 10.25. 10.25. That's it. 10 and a quarter. Then I will take it from this upper part, from this upper part, I will take it. So from where the 10 and a quarter stop, I went up by 2 inches. This is the line. Then I will take my curve from there and curve it to the biceps. Okay. I mean, whatever I have here, whatever height I have here, I will place it. This is 7.5. 7.5. Then I will cut it out. If you want me to make a tutorial on it, let me know in the comment section below. So to place it now, you place the puffy piece. This is the main sleeve. I've cut it out. So, and this is the wrong side. The right side of the puffy sleeve facing the wrong side of the basic sleeve. Like this, center to center. You pin it down. So on this part, if you are using your longest stitch, go ahead and do it, but you consider the width of the basic sleeve. Okay, so when you gather it with your machine, you measure the width of the sleeve so that the puff will fit into the basic sleeve. Okay, and if you are using your hand, you go ahead, you place it, you place half of the sleeve first. When you are done with that, you come to the other side of it, you place it. Okay, and when you are done with that, you flip it back again, okay, to the wrong side, to the right side. Yeah, to the right side. Then you remember we left 2 inches on this puffy piece, so you place it center to center as well. Then place your gathers as well. Then when you are done, you align this edge, this height, make sure they are equal. You stitch it and you come to this part, you repeat same. Then you stitch up the upper part, then attach it to your bodice. Okay, that is all about the sleeve, right? And if you want me to make a tutorial on it, let me know in the comment section below. Okay, because I don't want to make this video too long. When it's too long, it becomes boring. And attach it to my bodice, then come back to show you the finished look. Guys, this is epic. Can you see what I'm saying? That is the finished look. And this is the puff sleeve. Although I have not joined the side seam together, I just pin it up with a pin. So by next class, everything will be ready, set. Let me turn inside of the sleeve. So magical. And this is the back. The front, so like I said, by Thursday I will upload the down part, which is the skirts. So we'll couple it together and have the whole look of our dress. So by next week, after attaching it to the down part, I'll add the zipper. And this is the upper part. Look at the bustier. In fact, I can't describe it. The puff is on another level.